everybody, and good morning. How are you? So, this morning I am doing a react to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Hey Guys. So, as you guys know, Foodie is still upset over French Fry Girl getting BBJ. That is her worst nightmare because of all the people in the world she did not want to get BBJ. French Fry Girl was at the very top of the list. But Frenchie and her family have BBJ. And because of that, BBJ is now able to get the love, the care, the food, and everything that she needs. It's very sad that Chantal owned BBJ, and despite all the money that she makes on YouTube, she could not provide the things that BBJ required. But here we are, and Chantal on her side, she is putting on a front. She's acting like it doesn't bother her, that she doesn't care, but trust me, she very much cares. She very much cares. All of the anger, all of the I don't care attitude, it's just covering up the fact that on the inside, she's shook. And she knows the other shoe is about to drop. When Frenchie takes BBJ back to the vet next week for the full exam, inside, outside, tip to tail, blood test, the whole 9 yards, because if there's any further damage to BBJ, it's going to be revealed. Frenchie's going to tell everybody exactly what's wrong, and the neglect is going to be fully exposed. And like I said, that is Chantal's nightmare. Her nightmare is not neglecting her pets. Her nightmare is her neglect being exposed. And I think Chantal knows exactly how bad it is, and she is just waiting for that shoe to drop. She doesn't want people to know, and people are going to find out. So I've spent the morning running around all over Twitter, looking stuff up, and I want to pass along some information to all of you. Something that when I found it out, I was absolutely livid. Let me go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see for yourselves, because we do bring the receipts here. So I was curious that if you're someone and you wanted to get your cat's nails trimmed or groomed, how much does it actually cost? Like, is it really expensive? Is it really cheap? So I looked it up. A nail trim is usually one of the least expensive cat grooming services on the spa menu. Paying a groomer to clip your cat's nails will cost you an average of $10 to $15. Now, I went on Twitter, and other people were saying that where they worked at, the cost was $20. Even if it was $20, that's nothing for Chantal. She'll go to a Starbucks and spend $10 on a drink. And I've seen many occasions where she would double fist venti drinks. So she'll spend $20 at a time on 2 Starbucks drinks. So Chantal, you are over there bragging about how much money you make on YouTube a month. You've come to your audience and said that you spend an average of $4,000 a month on food and another $3,000 on junk food. That's not counting the habit that you have with doing the green products. But for $15, $10, $20, you could have had your cat's nails trimmed. Such a small price to pay for the health and the well-being of your pets. And you never did. You let that baby's nails grow out to the point where her nails got up under her foot pads more than once. All of that could have been easily avoided. Having the nails trimmed is so cheap. For the cost of one trip to Starbucks, her nails could have gotten trimmed and she never would have been in pain. Let's see what else is on the menu. Like, how much does it cost to have your cat groomed? Let's see. There's a pet spa of Georgia charges $15 for a bath and brush for shorter cats, $20 for medium hair cats, and $25 for long hair cats. So let's add that up. If Foodie wanted to take her cat somewhere and get BBJ bathed and brushed and have her nails trimmed, it would have cost her all of what, $45, $50? Again, that's nothing for her. She could have given her the full treatment, had her bathed, brushed, nails clipped for $50. We've seen her spend that much just on one Uber Eats order. There's no excuse, Chantal. There's absolutely none. Absolutely none. You can't sit there and brag about how much money you make, how much money you spend on food and junk food. You can't sit there and do live streams where you will do multiple delivery orders from Uber Eats and Postmates and then turn around and say, well, I didn't have the money to have the cats treated. Let's also not forget the couple of occasions that in the past, your own viewers gave you money to have the cats treated. Vegan for Life, one of your own viewers gave you $400 for a vet visit. That should have more than covered most of everything. So $50, Chantal. $50 is all you had to spend on one of your cats to get them bathed, to get them groomed, to have the nails clipped. You couldn't be bothered. You are disgusting. Now, let me go ahead and just bring up Twitter. Because like I said, I've been running around on Twitter all morning looking for stuff. Because Twitter is always full of interesting stuff. Let me pull up all the stuff that I have saved. One moment. Now, this is such a beautiful picture, courtesy of Droll. Great picture, Droll. This is from Sassy Chins Needsy Permanent Dirt. What a beautiful picture you put together. Saving BBJ. Because what happened with BBJ, it was a rescue. It was a rescue. She was being neglected. She was in need of medical care. It was a straight up rescue. And Chantal can be on her side and yell and scream all she wants, but she should be ashamed of herself. BBJ was in dire need of care and love and food. Foodie couldn't be bothered. What a beautiful picture you put together, Droll. Gorgeous. This is from Hidden Truths, saying Foodie Beauty, she cared more about Salah's ingrown toenail than BBJ's 5 ingrown toenails. What was up with her community post on BBJ? So this was the old post that Foodie made about Salah, because Salah had an ingrown toenail and she was fawning all over him and making a big deal about it. What about your cat's own ingrown nails, Foodie? Where was all that care and concern for your cat's own nails? I mean, even if Salah had an ingrown toenail, he's an adult man. He could take care of it himself. Pets depend on us to take care of things like that. Rocky Goabout says, Foodie Beauty PetSmart will brush your pet for 15 minutes and cut their nails for $35. No excuse for what happened to BBJ or Sam. Correct. Not when the cost of just doing simple things is so cheap. And even if you don't want to spend the money, Foodie, you can always clip the nails at home yourself. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube showing you how to do it correctly. So you could have cut your cat's nails for free or shown Pete how to do it. I mean, there's no excuse. Do it yourself at home for free, learn how, or take the cat to someone to do it for you. And it won't cost that much. And all the times that you went out for Starbucks bees, you could have dropped off BBJ and Sam while you were Starbucks beesing, had the cats treated. After you're done doing your beesing at Starbucks, go and pick them back up, bring them back home. Didn't do it. Mo Translate says, Chantal, I'm never consuming green again, spending money on Starbucks or live streaming in public. Chantal this morning, driving blank as a kite, ordering Starbucks and live streaming in public, right? One thing you can always count on with Foodie Beauty, she is consistent with not keeping her promises. Another thing you can always count on, she always tells on herself. I mean, we don't even have to expose anything. She'll expose herself before we do it. And I did take a look at the live stream, and she looks like she's under the influence of something. This is courtesy of No Beezer and Kiwi Farms. This was BBJ's feeding area. This was what BBJ was living in. Was. She's not anymore. This was the filthy environment that BBJ was living in. Just garbage all over the floor. Nowhere to walk around or play or run. And cats get the zoomies once in a while. Anybody that was watching my stream last night, you saw my cat Booger. She had a case of the zoomies while I was trying to do tarot readings. I didn't mind. She can have the zoomies if she wants to. But this is what BBJ was having to live with every single day. And you wonder why people are outraged, Foodie. It's a combination of things. The neglect, the physical neglect of your pet, the attitude you had towards BBJ and Sam, the spite, denying your pets care and a clean environment just out of spite. Who does that? The spite had no reason. It was so unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Hating people online is one thing. Taking it to the level where you are purposely going to make your pets live in filth and not be healthy, it's so unnatural to me. It's so cruel. There's no reason or excuse you can come up with that would justify this right here. Oh, this is from Taylor Vaughn. Thank you, friend BBJ. Because of your bravery, I went from way spoiled to getting away with murder overnight. You are a legend in the cat world. Live your best life and do all the cool, naughty things, shenanigans, and mischief. Love, Callie Sue. Aw, what a beautiful tortie cat. You got a beautiful cat, Taylor. Gorgeous. That's a pretty kitty. Look at that. That's how a cat should look. Just rested, peaceful, zen-like. This is from Hidden Truths. Foodie Beauty, if Salah only needs a tourist visa and 4K to travel, then what's stopping him? So I guess this, I'm not sure what video this is from, so forgive me if I don't credit you. So Murat is saying, hold on a second, y'all. Okay, stop. I'm going to turn off the volume, I guess, because they're speaking Arabic, and I'm sorry, I don't understand. But Murat is saying, let me ask you a question. We were just talking about the scenario where she would bring him to Canada. What about if he goes by himself without Chantal? What does he need to do? And Allah says he would need his own money in his bank account and pass the language test. Murad says, exactly. How much does he need in his bank account? Murad says, okay, Murad says, how much does he need in his bank account? Salah needs exactly 4,000 Kuwait dinar. I don't know what that would translate to for Canadian money, since Chantal's the one that she's paying for everything. I do remember that Chantal gave Salah 9,000 Canadian dollars, and that translated to 2,200 Kuwait dinar. So if Chantal were to give him $4,000, that would mean, I think she'd have to give him something in the neighborhood of, I think, $18,000 of her money just to make 4,000. But those of you who've been watching my tarot stream last night, then you remember the part that I told you about. The cards were letting me know that when Chantal goes to Kuwait, and she is going, that Salah's going to be working her. Like, he's got his mind on the money. He's going to be working every angle he can with Chantal. He's very money motivated. this could be why. Like he's looking to get money in his bank account, and then once he gets what he wants out of her, he's going to drop her like a stone. She's going to go to Kuwait thinking everything's going to be beautiful, everything's going to be great. This is what I want. I'm leaving my problems behind. But trust me, she's not going to be having a good time. Once the new car smell of this relationship wears off, the reality is going to set in. Miss Anthropo says Foodie Beauty and Pete's are both absolute scum of the earth that find an animal suffering hilarious. So this is from a live stream that Foodie did where Pete was actually grabbing BBJ's face. Look, I'm sorry to show that to you, but we got to reveal this. We got to remember this for just a moment. And remember, this is the past now. The present is BBJ is safe. She's with people who love her. She's getting medical care. She's getting looked after. But this was the environment that BBJ was in. So not only did she have a neglectful owner who didn't give a crap, there was the roommate who was a bit of a problem. You know, grabbing onto her face like that. And that's why I have no sympathy for Pete at all. At all. Even if you're the roommate and they are not your cats, you can still pay pets respect. You can still treat them well. I live in a roommate situation. I love my roommate's cats. Very happy to take care of them if they need to be taken care of. I got no problem with that. Just because they're not mine doesn't mean I'm not going to love them. I'm not going to take care of them. That's part of being humane. That's part of humanity. Just love for all animals, not just ones that you own. So there's another one from Hidden Truths. Allah said Salah can't come to Canada because his name is tarnished now. All he wants is citizenship and money from Chantal. Murad said that he wants to travel to Saudi Arabia for business or Qatar. Okay, so let me just do the... Okay, stop. Okay, I'm going to turn off the volume. Let's see. Murad says, yes, she's married. Chantal is married, right? Or am I wrong? Okay, what else? Murad says, does Salah want money only or the Canadian citizenship too? Allah says, he wants it all, my friend. What else? Murad says, I talked to Salah a while ago. He said he may not even go to Canada because of the soap business. He might go to Qatar or the United Arab Emirates instead. What else here? Murad says, so he might not go to Canada. Sorry, Allah, one moment, please. He might go to Qatar or the United Arab Emirates instead. We've already seen that. So obviously Salah's got a plan. Murad says, or even to Saudi Arabia to help grow the business. He might go to Canada and he might not even go, and I can't see the bottom because there's numbers on it. I'm sorry for the silence, y'all. I'm just reading this for you. Allah says, my friend, he is not going to be able to go to Canada. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to go to Canada unless he sponsors himself, and he's going to need a lot of money for that. Allah says his name is already flagged with immigration, that he's trying to use Chantal to go to Canada. His reputation is ruined. He is not going to Canada even if he jumped up and down. You know, Salah, even if his reputation is ruined, even if he can't go to Canada, he strikes me as that person that if one door closes, he looks for another one that's open. Like if what he's going for, it's not going to work one way, he'll find another way around it. So that might be the case here. Murad says, who, Salah? Allah says, yes, forget it. It's not going to happen for him. Allah says, because of all the live streams, his name is now flagged with immigration. If they stay with each other, she can't bring him. Well, that's the rumor, that he's been flagged or maybe she's been flagged. So my question is, Foodie talked about traveling with Salah. If he's been flagged, how is he going to be able to travel with her? Allah says, even from the beginning, she said she's not going to bring him to Canada. Murad says, what live streams? Allah says, because his name was talked about in live streams about the issue, now his name is with immigration. Allah says, immigration, the people who are responsible to process your application. You need their approval in order to be able to enter a country. Now, they know Salah's motives about going to Canada. So, Salah, I don't know if you're trying to use Chantal to get to Canada or someplace else, but obviously, sir, it's not going to work. So, if Salah was around Chantal, if he is around Chantal to get sponsorship someplace, and that's not going to happen, what's the only reason why he left that he could be with Foodie? There's only one left, and it's money. Not that I mind that. I mean, she's a horrible person. I hope he bleeds her dry of all the money she's got, but I think honestly that's what he's sticking around for. Allah says this isn't going to work in his favor. Moran says, let me ask you a question. You were just talking about the scenario where she would bring him to Canada. What about if he goes by himself without Chantal? What does he need to do? And we just saw the clip where he said he needs $4,000. I've heard it's between 10 and 20, but I could be wrong. So let's move on from that. Cancer Warrior says Chantal saying her life feels weird and it's changing so bad, and that she was depressed last night because of it. I think I speak for the whole community when I say I love that for you. Wait till Salah ditches you and you realize it was all a scam. You know what? If that happens, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I say, Salah, take her for every dime she's got. Leave her crying and alone in the street. She didn't care for BBJ being in pain, so therefore I don't care for hers. If she let her pet suffer unnecessarily, you guys just saw the page that I pulled up where it would have taken $20 or less than $20 to trim the nails. Imagine that. The difference between a pet being in severe pain and not being in severe pain is $20. Just $20. A trip to Starbucks. Withholding going to Starbucks. For the price of like 2 large drinks at Starbucks, you can get your pet's nails trimmed. And if you want to spend a little bit more, they could have gone to the groomers, gotten bathed, gotten brushed, which they needed because Sam and BBJ were long-haired cats. And I've had a long-haired cat before. They need constant brushing or they get mats in their fur, which if you leave the mats too long, that can lead to the mats going down to the skin. And a cat's skin is very sensitive. It's very thin. That can cause infection. I've heard reports that Sam's fur was so bad they had to completely shave him in the winter. There's no reason for that. Not when it's so cheap to prevent, to fix. You know, she chose Starbucks over the health of her own pets. How could you do that when you're making so much YouTube money? Indy says, I don't get why some people, VIBs, make such a fuss over French Fry Girl making $6K in super chats with that BBJ stream. Y'all do realize that the money is also going towards vet care for BBJ, right? I'd rather pay for that than support an animal blanker. Right, and this is my thoughts here. Here, take my money. I'm sure all the money that Frenchie got in super chats that night, it's going to go for BBJ's medical care. It's going to go for her vet bills. That trip to the emergency vet for the nails, you know that probably wasn't cheap. Emergency vets are never cheap. But it had to be done, and she did it. So any money that Frenchie gets for BBJ is going to go for BBJ. Believe that. And she's going to spend even more money on the exam next week, the blood work, all of it. So I trust Frenchie. That if people say, hey, here's some money for BBJ and her care, that's exactly where it's going to go. Compared to Foodie Beauty, who had viewers, VIBs, that gave her money for the pet's care, and she never used it for the pet's care. Florida Salt and Sass says, evidently, there's still people that need to be told that FFG does not have BBJ. She never took possession of her. BBJ is not living with her. She assisted someone else in rehoming her and helped foot the bill for emergency treatment of the cat. Exactly. Chantal did not want Frenchie to have BBJ. Well, she got her wish. Frenchie doesn't have the cat. A relative has the cat. Frenchie is just footing the bill for the care. So you got your wish, Foodie. Frenchie doesn't have the cat. BBJ doesn't live with her. She's just helping to take care of her. She's paying for everything. You're just mad that the person who has BBJ is a relative or a relation to Frenchie. And that way Frenchie can look after her and report back on her health. Your worst nightmare has come true, but you know what? It was a nightmare of your own design, your own making. Because if you had taken care of BBJ and Sam, stuff wouldn't be coming out. You have no one but yourself to blame right now. Okay, this is interesting right here. So the two posts that Foodie did. Before Foodie found out that Frenchie had and her family had BBJ, this was the community post. She was saying the new lucky BBJ parent said she's loving this sofa and her own and already making herself at home. I miss her. This is weird. And then after she found out that Frenchie had BBJ, suddenly her tone changes. She was saying, oh, like she's on a gross, smoky, tattered blanket. Hey, Foodie, we remember the state of your house. And I remember especially your couch. It was so full of garbage, so full of fast food. Those cats couldn't even sit down. You had stuff everywhere. And I see nothing wrong with where BBJ is at. She's happy. She's sleeping. She's on a nice, soft blanket. When is the last time you ever took care of your cats and gave them places like that to sleep? The irony of it all, that you're pointing at somebody else and saying that she looks miserable on a gross, smoky, tattered blanket, but you didn't provide anywhere nice for your cats to sleep, and you smoked all up in your house. Your place was filthy, covered in garbage. There was so much garbage on your bedroom floor. I remember that live stream you did where you literally took a garden rake and was raking up the garbage. There was garbage about 3 feet thick on your carpet. You couldn't take a step without running into garbage. What else we got here? Oh yeah, this is a great shot, courtesy of Mrs. Girl and Buck. So you want to talk about BBJ being in the house of a smoker? You were on live stream saying, I don't want BBJ to go to a home with somebody who's a smoker. What are you doing right here? You're smoking, aren't you? Yeah, I remember those live streams where you smoked nonstop. So you didn't care about your pet's welfare then, but suddenly you care all of a sudden. Oh, she can't go to a smoker. Okay, so that's it for Twitter. Oh, excuse me, pushed the wrong button. That's it for Twitter. Let me just stop the screen and switch over. So now we're going to go to Chantal. Now we're going to go to her. Just trust me, I got lots to say. I got lots to say about this one this morning. Let's do this. Oh, and for the record, she's got her comments off. She always does this when she gets in trouble, and she knows she's in trouble right now.
Hey, Lulu. Is that better? Hey, Crispy. I have toothpaste dry mouth. I need a coffee. I'm so tired.
You know, Chantal, I've been watching you for over a year. And when you watch somebody for that long, when you sit there and you review hours and hours of footage from somebody, you become very familiar with them. You pick up on their behavior, you pick up on their voice patterns, you pick up on what's going on with them. And it looks like, and it sounds like, you were partying last night, weren't you? You look like you're still recovering from a night of partying with certain chemicals. And there's something else I'm picking up with you, your voice. Yeah, I remember all those live streams when you were high as a kite. And the next day, your voice drops. It drops an octave. So you're sounding especially stuffed up today. And your voice sounds deeper. And your eyes are still glassy. Were you with Natter last night?
Lollipop, Crispy, Gemini, Movie Gal. Hey, Energy, P&V. It's a rainy morning. Coffee and vape. Like, what do you vape?
You know, like whenever she parties with Natter, like it messes up her throat. It messes up her voice. Her voice sounds deeper than normal. And I'm picking that up right now.
Mimi, hi, Kitty. Amaya, Lisa P, Freya, hello. Rhonda. Right now I'm getting coffee. And I'm just barely up, so I'm like, Tiffany. Oh, nicotine.
You know, it's funny how you didn't have a stuffy nose last night. It's funny you got a stuffy nose right now.
Pretty, really? Thank you. I'm in a modest bees. Oh, baby, hi. How are you? So nice of you to join us. I feel a little, not congested, but just, ugh. I look glowy. I swear my moisturizer from Lush is amazing.
You know, she's having trouble talking. Her throat is bothering her. And I remember this. I remember when she would go to Natter's and they would party a bit too hard and her throat was always messed up afterwards. So if that happened and when that happened, and it happened a lot, she would always crave the drinks with the ice and ice cream to soothe her throat. And it sounds like your throat's pretty messed up today.
My hijab is bothering me. It's slipping everywhere. Dandy. What, did he freak out? I didn't hear him. Lockma bees? No, I can't be stuffing myself with lockmas. I have to stuff myself on a plane soon. Thanks, Dandy. You never cease to amaze me with your weird comment.
Yeah, so Pete did his live stream. It didn't last long. I've seen clips of it on YouTube. People were going to him and talking about BBJ, and he absolutely freaked out and he rage quit.
um, my moisturizer is called the Skins Shangri-La from Lush. I like this hijab pin, but
Yeah, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that for just a moment? You over there buying Lush products, which are not cheap. So you have the money to buy Lush. You have the money to go to Starbucks every day, but you don't have the money to get the nails of your cats trimmed. You can't spend $50 to have them groomed. Like I said, no excuses with this one.
I'm going to be fiddling with it. So I don't have very long because I have places to be because I'm so important. No kidding. I need a chocolate croissant and I need a coffee. Like, I need it. Your windshield wipers sound like elephants. Stop. Amy says she would return BBJ if you change your mind. That might be enough to show the police to get it. Everything about
That's a lie. Rhonda says Amy said she would return BBJ if you changed your mind. That might be enough. Show the police to get her back. You know, Chantal, some of your VIBs, they lie to you. They say lies to you. They to gas you up. No, that's not going to happen. I mean, logic and sense would tell you that that's an outright lie. Amy, or this person, Amy, whoever this person is, it's the sister-in-law, a French fry girl. A French fry girl is going to take BBJ to the vet next week for her full exam. Given the state that BBJ is in, why would anybody give that pet back to their owner, knowing the owner is just that neglectful? Your VIBs are lying to you. You're never going to get BBJ back, nor should anybody give anything to you that has a heartbeat. Nothing should depend on you for its survival. You're not good at taking care of yourself. You certainly should not be a guardian for an animal.
about this, Rhonda, I'm dealing with offline. I saw a brief rage and then it disappeared. Is it expensive? Yeah, it's like, I think it's like $50.
Pea and Vinegar says they were poking at him, talking about Pete's, grinding his nose in it. They're sadists. No, no, they're not sadists. The people that were going into his chat, they were coming at Pete's because he could have done something. He could have said something. He never did. Because all he was thinking about was, I don't want to make Chantal angry. I don't want her mad at me. She's the one supporting me. She's the one paying the bills, and I don't want to screw that up. I don't want her to come home raging. He could have said something long before now. The cats were in his care for 3 months. He didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. Foodie is the owner, but just because he's not the owner doesn't excuse him. It doesn't excuse him. You are a person left with the cats. The cats are in your care. You should care for them. And if all you can do is speak up and say something, that's what you should do. Not keep your mouth shut because you're concerned about the person who pays the bills and pays the rent being angry with you.
I'm not too sure though. I think 40 something or 50. So not too bad. I mean, good moisturizers are expensive. You know, so they were poking at him again, grinding their nose in it. They're sadists. P&V, you're so smart. It's true.
No. You want to see a sadist? All you got to do is look at the person in front of me. That is a sadist. That is a sadist who gets off on hurting people, who likes inflicting pain to the point where she will inflict pain on an entire audience of people just because she can. This person is such a cruel sadist that she will use her own pets to hurt, manipulate an audience of strangers. She's a monster.
People are horrible to Pete in his chat. It's annoying. Let's see.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. What can I get started for you?
Okay. Sorry. Can I have a grande pistachio latte
Grande pistachio latte, sure thing.
and a Peru? Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna go live in public anymore because I'm gonna be stopped. But
You're live out in public right now. And here's something else, Foodie. You're such an idiot. You're live out in public and you're showing buildings. You're showing exactly where you are. You're showing that you're in the Starbucks line. You're over there complaining about being stalked, and yet you're not taking steps to protect your privacy. So how concerned about your personal safety are you really?
you're so happy that you don't like coffee, yeah, because it can be expensive. I have the driest mouth. Why do I always do this?
Getting your pets groomed and having the nails trimmed is a lot less expensive than driving to Starbucks every day. Let's do the math, y'all. If she buys one Starbucks drink a day, because she runs to Starbucks every single day, she has to have her Starbucks fix rather than just make her own coffee at home. If she spends $10 a day at Starbucks every day, that's $70 a week. $10 a day, 7 days, $70. 70 times 4, which is the amount of weeks in a month, that would be $280 just on coffee. You can make Starbucks drinks at home. There's all kinds of tutorials and stuff on YouTube. You can get the materials, do this stuff at home, and save yourself a bunch of money. But $280 spent on coffee, just a cup of coffee. And all it takes to get your pets groomed every month is $50.
Every time I brush my teeth, I need to drink water after. Anyways. You grind your own beans and roast them. So, you love coffee? What kind of coffee do you love and how do you drink it? I think you like tea more though, don't you? Like sweet tea? You don't really like. One thing we have in common is inflation is crazy. A plus. What would we talk about here? No, it is nothing like that. Area. What kind of stuff was on the train? Like chlorine or something?
So, is this kind of a preview of the kind of content you're going to do in Kuwait when you get there? I'm just asking because it doesn't seem like it's going to be very interesting. If this is what you're going to do in Kuwait, it's not going to be interesting. Not at all. It looks rather boring, Chantal. See, this is what her content is. If she's not raging about the reaction channels, if she's not raging about FFG, if she's not raging in general, this is all that's left. Her making boring trips to Starbucks and talking endlessly about things that nobody cares about This is the content. This is why people go to the reaction channels, because we find all kinds of ways to make it interesting when it's not.
Cold mocha. I haven't plucked my eyebrows because you're not supposed to pluck your eyebrows when you're Muslim. So you're also not supposed to wear mascara. But I'm trying to be very modest with my makeup.
Well, you're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. You're also not supposed to swear and use profanity or gossip or do the hate mongering. You do all of that. And it's also really disrespectful that you're high as a kite while wearing the abaya and while wearing the hijab. So, like, you're over there making up your own rules as you go, like what you consider appropriate, when a lot of things you do are not appropriate.
Actually, last night I did a full face of makeup just to see, and the lashes, everything, it just looked like over the top for me. It felt over the top now. Pepsi, put Harry in a cute teacup for a photo op.
You did a full face of makeup. Why? Because you were going to see Natter, going to party with Natter. Because you remember all the live streams where you went to go see Natter. You put on a full face of makeup and put on your body spray. What were you getting all dressed up for?
Oh, you! Did you guys ever see the skit from Kids in the Hall where I think is it Bruce McCullough? What's his name? Bruce McCullough? Is that his name? I can't remember their names. Anyway, these two guys are sitting in an apartment and they're eating macaroni and cheese. Who Kids in the Hall is? It's just gonna sound. Hey, au chocolat. Hey, Tiffany. Thank you. Pistachio latte. Baby, that's the best thing ever. Pistachio latte.
You know what I can't wait for, y'all? I'm waiting for the storm that's going to happen after the calm before the storm. See, what's going on right now is the calm before the storm. I know that Frenchie is taking BBJ back for her exam next week. And Chantal said that she's going to be going to Kuwait on the end of the month, which is in about 3 days. So that would mean that Chantal is going to be in Kuwait or flying to Kuwait right before the vet visit, the next vet visit. Chantal's running before that happens. What I'm waiting for, the dessert that I'm waiting for, is when she goes to Kuwait, she's going to have that very brief moment where she's like, everything's going to be good and everything's going to be great. And then reality is going to come set in. She's going to be miserable. She's going to be angry. And it's going to come out. Like, she's going to have her moment of calm when she gets there. She's going to be happy and excited. Oh, I'm back with Salah. But then she's going to be bored. She's going to have nothing to do. She's going to be angry and frustrated, especially when Frenchie takes BBJ to the vet, does the full exam, and then everything comes out. And she's going to get more backlash than she knows what to do with. So that, coupled with the misery she's going to feel with Salah, it's going to make for delicious dessert for all of us.
Well, Howie, I can't fix the world. Thank you. Maybe it's the green jacket. I don't know. Black hijabs are just more flattering. I look like modern hijabi. So how are you, baby? I missed you during my slumber. Do I make people cringe? Cornflakes. Baby, we have to invent. It's called cornflakes, but cornflex is actually really hilarious. So I think you like accidentally said something really funny. Hey, London Tipton. Welcome, ready, set.
I don't want to see your
Then-
feet.
Don't be rude.
This person, Rat Faces, FFG made 6K on the video exploiting your cat. Actually, she made more than that. I'm sure that, I don't know about the views. The views were extremely high, but even if all she made was 6K off of that live stream, all of that is going to go for BBJ's care. And it wasn't BBJ, I'm sorry. It wasn't FFG exploiting anything. People were very happy to give that money, knowing that French Fry Girl is going to be spending her money to take care of BBJ. And I'm sure she's going to need a lot of care. She might even need care after the fact. She might need antibiotics. She might need ongoing medication if she's got, say, kidney issues. All of that money is going to go towards BBJ's care. And for those of you that are VIBs, that you're using that language, exploitation, let's not forget your own queen exploited BBJ and Sam as much as she could whenever possible. She brought BBJ and Sam on stream, exploiting the fact that she had cats, toting herself as a cat mom, wearing the cat mom t-shirt, showing them off for deflection, manipulating people with her own cats. Let's not forget that post she made during the storm in her area, where she said, oh, there's a big storm in my area and there's no electricity and myself and Pete and the cats have to go to a hotel. People, please send money. When the cats could have stayed at home, they were perfectly fine. They were perfectly safe. But trying to use the cats as a means to get money out of people. And people did send money that night. And where did she go? She went to Natter's. She hung out with Natter. So you want to talk about exploitation? Chantal's guilty of it. When Vegan for Life sent her $400 because she was worried and said, just here's the money. Take the cats to the vet. Foodie pocketed the money and said, it's my money now. I can do what I want with it. But the money that Frenchie received that night in Super Chats is going to go for BBJ's care. And I'm sure she's going to need a lot of it.
When you spell the word flex, flakes, cornflakes, I love it. You did lie. Hey, Tracy is a peach. Who offered who a laptop? Well, she said she didn't super chat her.
Yeah, so the whole Missy Moo thing, she sent a super chat to Frenchie saying, I can't believe what Chantal did. And then she walked it all the way back. I don't like Missy Moo, and I don't trust her. I've seen too many Beezers that they cross the pasture. They go from supporting Chantal to not supporting her and then go back again. I don't trust Missy Moo. I don't like her. And she better not come over here because I will give her the reading of a lifetime. She's done things for Chantal. She's gone behind the scenes harassing people. I don't like her and I don't trust her. You know, she strikes me as a type that she will put on appearances of going against somebody when she actually hasn't.
Why would she lie about that? Please sing the OG Degrassi song. All right. Wait. Thank you, Diego. Wait, which one? Junior high or... Oh, junior high. Okay. Everybody can succeed. All you need is... Good, how are you? No, Roxy, of course I'm not. It's the freaking morning. I'm just like really, really tired. I barely slept. Even when
Well, you should be partying all night, then you can get some sleep.
it doesn't. What? Really, baby? Scarlet Bottega. It's called Maybelline Falsies. It's like a silver tube. I don't know. It's at home. I'll check. Rat face. You had the mineral water. Hi, Tanya. Tanya, the fake lawyers. Don't be rude to people. Don't mind them, Tanya. She admitted to it in a video. You're hungover. I don't know how you drink it. I honestly, even like...
Oh, here we go. Crispy Bun says she posted a video talking about Missy, saying she's done with y'all, but she wants to collect tea. Excuse me. So that sounds like a double agent to me. Allegedly, she's done with Chantal, but she wants to collect tea. For who? For Chantal? For somebody else? Yeah, I don't trust you, Missy. Nope.
Before I became Muslim, like, oh man, guys see what happened to me when I would drink. Gosh. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she admitted to leaving a super chat. You people just want drama. Okay, I have to go. I have places to be, people to see. Maybe later tonight I'll go live. Yeah, exactly. She was working during that time.
Well, there's been other times where she was working, she was at work, and she was watching your live stream. She literally sent a super chat once saying, I'm here at work and I'm watching this patient and something might happen to him, but I'm watching your live stream, Chantal. So she was watching you while she was working. So why couldn't she go somewhere else and send a super chat? It's a possibility. I'm just saying.
You guys just want drama. Every time I would drink and feel sick, I'd say that. I don't want to drink anymore. You too, you too. Hey, Mary. So my nose is runny.
So Ratface says, don't leave yet. You've been neglecting us. Isn't that something that you guys are used to over there, Chantal neglecting you? Do you not see a pattern in her life that she neglects everything and everybody? That's the Chantal way. I can't believe you guys are so stupid over there. But you haven't figured out the pattern. You haven't figured out the game. Here, let me just enlighten you. This is how Chantal keeps you guys hanging on. She's one of those people that she's not going to give you a full meal, so to speak. She's going to be neglectful. She's going to feed you scraps to keep you hungry, to keep you tuning in, just to make you tune in, just to have you renewing up your memberships and sending super chats. That's what abusive people do. That's what manipulators do. They get people addicted to them, to the attention from them, and they feed you scraps. They keep you hungry. So that you're always hungry for more. They never completely feed you. You're never completely satisfied. That's part of the game. Keep the targets interested, keep them starving so that they're never completely full. They're always going to be hungry for more so that they'll give you more attention the next time. And then when they give you attention, it's overwhelming. Oh, she's giving us attention. Look, she's love bombing us. Isn't it great? She's getting away with scraps. You're letting her get away with scraps.
Really, Rhonda? She said she didn't super chat her. I don't want any more drama either. I'm tired of it.
Good, we're tired of you. Go away.
Like, super tired of it.
But yet you're still here. You're still live streaming. You said you wouldn't live stream anymore. You said, I've got things to do. I'm going to be away for a while. See, that's another manipulation tactic. Those people that tune into Chantal, those people that are abusers, she's purposely saying that so you're almost going into a panic. Oh no, we're going to be without our queen for a few days. What are we going to do? So that when she does the next live stream, you'll tune in. God, y'all are stupid over there.
Just because I'm not bawling every second, Tiny, doesn't mean I'm not affected by it. That's BS. I'm actually very moody and have been crying. Actually, I was in a really foul mood last night. I didn't want to go live or anything.
That's because you're panicking. On the surface, you're angry. You're ragey. Beneath the surface, you're panicking. You're scared because you know the other shoe is about to drop. You don't know what's going to be said, but you know it's about to drop. And you're covering up your fear with anger. You're using anger as a shield to come off like, I don't care, it doesn't affect me, I'm done with girl world. You're scared, and you should be scared. Because I think you have a clue. I think you know fully what you did. I think you know just how bad it is, and you're scared of that being exposed. You've mentioned in the past that BBJ had kidney issues. I hope that you were lying. I really do. You mentioned that she had kidney issues. There was that vet visit where the vet said on the phone that she needed oral surgery, which is pretty severe. But I think you know some of the problems, if not all of them. You know what's about to be revealed. You know what's about to happen, and you're trying to get out of Canada as quickly as possible before the backlash happens. Here's a little something for you, Chantal. I know that when you get to Kuwait, Salah's going to be working you. You're going to have no ties to Canada, no home, no pets, no nothing. He's going to use that to his advantage because he's going to know he's got you on lock, that you have nowhere else to go. You've got nothing. You gave up everything for him. He's going to use it. He's going to throw that in your face. He's going to have you on every platform that you can be put on to make money. Here's the thing. What you did to BBJ and Sam, the neglect, the rude neglect of your pets, the unnecessary neglect, that is going to follow you wherever you go. If you think you're going to run to different forms like TikTok and make an account there, make a bunch of money, you're wrong. People are going to know. People are going to tell people there and everywhere else you go, and it's going to get around like wildfire. So you're not going to be successful on any other platform just for that reason. So considering the obvious neglect and the news of that breaking, coupled with the fact that you don't know how to do interesting content, you're boring. You're not an interesting person. You're not going to be successful at all. And when that happens, when Salah figures that out, he's going to drop you. And you know what? I love that for you. I love that for you. The cats are safe. They're with better people. That's really all I cared about. If you're alone crying in the street in Kuwait, I could care less. If Pete's is on his side and he's living his best miserable life, I could care less about that. You're both awful people to those pets. And you deserve everything that's coming to the both of you.
Hey, Monica, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. You're right, I don't trust like anyone online. All right, guys, I do have to go. I will see you guys maybe later. Yeah, get well soon, Monica. Okay. I gotta go.
Go then.
No, I mean, it was just a joke. I laugh at everything.
You know, and I'm noticing anymore she does these very quick live streams. She used to be very happy to stream for hours, but she's doing these little quick live streams. And I have to wonder if part of the reason why she's doing these quick live streams is because she's just come from seeing Natter or she's going to go see him. Because I remember all the way back in the day when she was really wrapped around Natter, her live streams were really, really short. So maybe the reason why she's doing the live streaming while she's in her car somewhere is because she doesn't want people to see anything that points in the direction of her going to see Natter or coming back from Natter's. Maybe she's close to the long road.
Hello, baby mama. I mean, like, I got to know her. I don't know. Honestly, if she had an actual practice and everything and she was like a legit lawyer, why not?
Trixie says, we are very needy. Well, that's unhealthy to be needy. That your whole existence is based on Chantal coming live. That's a problem. Please seek therapy.
Thank you, pickle soup. I love pickles.
Okay, she's getting boring and there's only 6 minutes left. We're done here. I'm done with her for the day until she does a ragey stream. Then I'll be back on because I'm here for my dessert. I'm here for the rest of it. The main concern has been taken care of. The cats are in better places. I'm happy about that. I am relieved. I'm happy that they got the happily ever after they deserve. But now I'm here for my dessert. I've been reacting to her for over a year, putting up with her constant 6 to 10 hours of live streams, dealing with all the boring, toxic trash. I'm here for dessert. I deserve it. All of you deserve it. We're all waiting for Karma to come through. I think she has arrived at the party. She's starting to walk around the room and shake hands with everybody. I'm here for it. I'm here and I'm going to be here. So hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for being here today and have a good day. Bye-bye.